Have you ever sat down to eat something you used to love, only to realize it just doesn't feel the same anymore? Maybe it still tastes good, but afterward, you feel a little sluggish, maybe a bit bloated, or just not quite yourself. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. As we get older, our bodies start to respond differently to food. And the truth is, nutrition after 60 isn't just about what's tasty, it's about what keeps us strong, sharp, and full of life. Now, don't worry, this isn't a lecture, and we're not cutting out all your favorites. Far from it. Think of this as a friendly chat, like we're sitting at the kitchen table, just talking about how to feel better, move easier, and maybe even wake up with a little more pep in our step. Because good food can still be delicious, but it should also be working for you, not against you. So, why does nutrition matter so much after 60? Well, it's simple. Our metabolism slows down. Our muscles need more support. Our bones, our memory, our energy, they all rely on what we put into our bodies. And while it's easy to reach for that quick sandwich or a frozen meal, sometimes what's convenient doesn't give us what we really need. But the good news? Small, smart choices can make a world of difference. You don't need to follow a fancy diet or give up all the fun foods. It's more about adding in the right things, things that help you feel full of life again. Let's start with one of the biggest game changers, hydration. Yes, plain old water. It might sound too simple, but staying hydrated is one of the easiest and most powerful ways to boost your energy and improve your health. As we age, our sense of thirst fades. That means even if you're a little dehydrated, you might not notice it until you're already feeling tired or dizzy. Or maybe you're not sleeping well and chalking it up to age, but sometimes it's just your body begging for more fluids. Try this. Keep a water bottle nearby throughout the day. Sip often, even if you're not thirsty. Add a slice of lemon or a bit of cucumber if plain water doesn't excite you. Herbal teas count too. The key is consistency, not chugging a gallon at once. Over time, you'll notice clearer skin, better digestion, and more energy during the day. Now, once we're topped off with water, let's talk about protein. You might think protein is just for bodybuilders or young folks trying to get ripped, but actually, it's one of the most important nutrients for you. See, after 60, we naturally start losing muscle mass. It happens slowly, almost without us noticing, until we realize that getting up from a chair feels harder than it used to, or we tire more quickly walking up a flight of stairs. That's not just age, it's a signal from your muscles asking for backup. And protein is that backup. Whether it's eggs in the morning, beans in your soup, some grilled chicken at lunch, or a scoop of Greek yogurt for a snack, it all adds up. It helps your muscles stay strong, supports your immune system, and even helps you feel full longer, so you're not always reaching for snacks. And hey, if you enjoy a little fish now and then, salmon or tuna bring double the benefits, with healthy fats that your brain and heart love. Speaking of fats, let's clear up a myth right here. Not all fats are bad. In fact, some are downright amazing for your body. I'm talking about the kind you find in avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. These are the fats that protect your heart, keep your joints happy, and give your brain the fuel it needs to stay sharp. Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? It happens, but giving your brain the right nutrients can help make those moments a little less frequent. One simple way to get more of these healthy fats? Try drizzling a little olive oil over roasted veggies, or toss some walnuts into your morning oatmeal. It's those little changes that add up, and they don't take much effort. Now here's something else that often gets overlooked: fiber. Yep, the not-so-glamorous nutrient that's secretly a superhero. As we get older, digestion tends to slow down, and many folks find themselves struggling with constipation or feeling heavy after meals. That's where fiber comes in. Found in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes, fiber keeps things moving, balances blood sugar, and even helps lower cholesterol. If you're not sure where to start, begin your day with something simple like oatmeal with fresh berries. Add a slice of whole grain toast. Snack on an apple with a handful of almonds. The more colorful your plate, the better it usually is for your gut and your mood. These few adjustments, hydrating more, adding protein, embracing healthy fats, and boosting fiber, might seem small, but together, they can truly transform how you feel each day. Imagine having the energy to go for a walk with a grandchild, To finish your hobbies without getting tired halfway through, or simply to wake up and feel good in your body again. And that's really the heart of it. Nutrition isn't just about food, it's about freedom. The freedom to do what you love, go where you want, and enjoy your life fully. No strict diets. No overwhelming changes. Just honest, nourishing choices that honor your body and your years of wisdom. Now that we've talked about hydration, protein, healthy fats, and fiber, let's take a deeper look at something that often flies under the radar, but it can completely change how you feel day to day: micronutrients. You know, those tiny vitamins and minerals that don't get the spotlight nearly enough, but are working hard behind the scenes to keep your body humming along. Let's start with one of the most important ones: vitamin D. As we get older, our bodies become less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. And if you're spending more time indoors or slathering on sunscreen, which we should, it's even harder to get enough naturally. But this little vitamin plays a big role. It helps keep your bones strong, supports your immune system, and even helps lift your mood. Have you ever felt a little blah for no reason, especially during the winter months? That sluggish, low-energy feeling could be linked to low vitamin D. You can get some from fatty fish, fortified cereals, or dairy products. But for many seniors, a simple daily supplement makes a big difference. Of course, it's always good to check with your doctor before adding anything new, but don't underestimate the power of this small nutrient. Alongside vitamin D, there's calcium, the old reliable. Everyone knows it's important for bones, but it's also crucial for your muscles, nerves, and heart to function properly. What's tricky is that as we age, our bodies absorb less of it. So even if you're drinking milk like you did in your younger days, you might not be getting enough. You can find calcium in leafy greens, fortified plant milks, almonds, and even canned salmon with the bones. Yep, those tiny bones are edible and full of calcium. And here's a little trick. Calcium works best when paired with vitamin D. Think of them as a team, kind of like peanut butter and jelly. They need each other to do the job right. Now let's talk about B vitamins, especially B12. This one is a big deal for brain function, red blood cell production, and energy levels. But here's the thing: after 60, our bodies have a tougher time absorbing B12 from food. That means you could be eating just fine and still have low levels. Ever had a day where you feel foggy or forgetful and think, "I'm just getting old"? Sometimes, it's not age, it's just a deficiency in something your body needs. Foods like eggs, dairy, fish, and lean meats are good sources of B12, but again, supplements might be necessary for some people. The great thing is, once you bring your levels back up, you can actually feel sharper, more focused, and less tired. And who doesn't want that? Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds like a lot to keep track of. But don't worry, we're not trying to turn your kitchen into a science lab. These are just gentle reminders that the food you eat can either be your best ally or a quiet enemy if you're not paying attention. And the more we tune in, the easier it becomes. That brings us to something that often gets overlooked, especially when we're focused on all the what to eat stuff, and that's how we eat. You see, meals aren't just fuel stops. They're moments to connect, slow down, and enjoy life. But with the hustle of daily routines, sometimes meals become background noise. You might find yourself eating in front of the TV, barely tasting the food, or skipping meals altogether because you're just not that hungry. Here's the thing: our digestion starts in the brain. When we take a moment to smell our food, sit down peacefully, and eat slowly, our bodies respond better. Nutrients get absorbed more efficiently, and we're more likely to feel satisfied instead of overfull. So next time you're about to eat, try this. Take a breath, look at your plate, and give yourself a few quiet moments to enjoy it. Play a little soft music. Sit by a window. Make it an experience, not just a task. And while we're on the subject of enjoyment, don't be afraid of flavor. Healthy food doesn't have to be bland. Fresh herbs like basil or parsley, a sprinkle of cinnamon, a drizzle of lemon juice. These little touches bring meals to life. If your taste buds aren't what they used to be, it might be time to play around with new spices and textures. Sometimes all it takes is a squeeze of lime or a handful of toasted seeds to turn something ordinary into something truly satisfying. Now, let's not forget something that ties it all together: your gut. That's right, Your gut health affects everything from digestion to your immune system, even your mood. And keeping it happy means feeding it the right kind of bacteria. That's where probiotics and prebiotics come in. Probiotics are those good bacteria found in foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi. Prebiotics are the fiber-rich foods that feed those good bacteria. Think bananas, garlic, onions, and oats. Together, they keep your digestive system running smoothly and can help you feel lighter, more regular, and even less anxious. A healthy gut can calm the mind and energize the body, and it all starts with a few simple food choices. So many of the discomforts we chalk up to aging, tiredness, aches, digestive issues, are often signals that our body needs a little nutritional tune-up. And the beauty is, you don't have to overhaul your entire life. Just one small change at a time. A glass of water in the morning, an egg with spinach for breakfast, swapping white bread for whole grain. These little choices, repeated over time, build a body that feels good to live in. Because let's face it, after 60, every day counts. We want to move freely, think clearly, and laugh often. And when your body feels nourished, all of that becomes easier. You're not just eating to survive anymore, you're eating to thrive. To enjoy your garden, dance at your granddaughter's wedding, take that long-postponed road trip. Whatever your why is, nutrition can help you get there with strength and joy. Now, let's take a moment to talk about something that affects every single one of us: routine. Not just the kind of routine where we wake up, brush our teeth, and make the bed. I'm talking about food habits that become automatic, without us even realizing it. You know the drill. Same breakfast every morning, maybe skipping lunch, and suddenly it's dinner time and you're reaching for something quick because you're too tired to cook. But here's the good news: you don't need to flip your entire day upside down. In fact, the key is making small tweaks to those habits you already have. Let's say you start your day with toast and coffee. What if that toast was whole grain, and you added a slice of avocado or a boiled egg? That one change brings in fiber, healthy fats, and protein, all before 9 a.m. Doesn't sound too hard, does it? Sometimes we get so used to the way we've been eating that we forget to ask ourselves, is this still serving me? Just because a routine worked when we were 40 doesn't mean it's the best fit at 70. Our bodies evolve, and our food choices should too. It's not about judgment, it's about checking in with yourself. Now, I know what often holds us back. Cooking. The chopping, the recipes, the dishes. It can feel overwhelming, especially if you're cooking for just one or two. But here's a simple truth: eating well doesn't have to mean slaving over the stove. A handful of baby spinach tossed into canned soup, a piece of fruit with some peanut butter, frozen veggies microwaved and drizzled with olive oil. These aren't fancy meals, but they count. They nourish you. They matter. If you're someone who enjoys cooking, that's wonderful. Keep experimenting, keep enjoying the process. But if cooking feels like a chore, try preparing a few things ahead of time. A batch of hard-boiled eggs, a container of brown rice, a pot of vegetable soup. These small prep steps can save you so much energy later in the week. And when your fridge is stocked with good choices, eating healthy becomes the easy option, not the hard one. And let's not forget the emotional side of food. For so many of us, meals have memories. A favorite dish your spouse used to make. The way your mom used to serve dinner. Food connects us to people, places, even times in our lives. That connection doesn't go away, it just changes. And sometimes that change is hard. Especially if you've lost someone, or if you're not surrounded by family like you used to be. Food can bring up feelings of loneliness or longing. But here's the beautiful part: food can also be a doorway back to joy. Maybe it's calling up an old friend and cooking together over the phone. Maybe it's joining a local cooking class or potluck. Or maybe it's just sitting down with your favorite music and savoring a warm, homemade bowl of soup. Nourishing your body doesn't mean eating alone in silence. It means giving yourself permission to enjoy the experience. To celebrate the fact that you're here, alive, and worthy of care. Now, if there's one message I hope stays with you, it's this: you don't need to be perfect to be healthy. You don't need to follow some complicated diet or count every calorie. You just need to pay attention. Listen to your body. Give it the kindness and fuel it needs. The rest will follow. Because believe it or not, your body still wants to thrive. Even after 60, 70, 80, it's still fighting for you. Every day. And when you start giving it what it needs, it responds. You wake up with more energy. You feel less stiff. Your mind gets a little sharper. You laugh a little more easily. These are the gifts of nourishment. And let's face it, we're not just talking about food here. We're talking about quality of life. We're talking about waking up and wanting to go for that walk. Playing with the grandkids without feeling sore for 3 days after. Feeling confident enough to go out, to be social, to live life fully. Nutrition is one of the most powerful tools you have to make all that possible. So be gentle with yourself. Take it one meal at a time. Celebrate the small victories. The glass of water instead of soda, the home-cooked dinner instead of takeout, the apple instead of chips. Each choice builds on the last. And before you know it, you've created a new kind of normal. One that supports the life you want to live. And hey, you don't have to go through it alone. Share your journey with someone. Talk to your kids about how you're changing your habits. Connect with a friend who wants to eat better too. Even leaving a comment on this video can be a step, one little message that says, "I'm doing this for me." That's a powerful thing. If today's video spoke to you, let me know. Share a favorite recipe, or something new you've tried lately that made you feel good. And if this helped you in any way, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. We've got more conversations coming, and I'd love for you to be part of them. Here's to the idea that it's never too late to take care of yourself. To nourish your body. To live fully. You've earned it, and you deserve to feel good in your skin every single day. Take care of yourself. Well. And remember, life still has plenty of flavor left. Before we finish up today, I want to slow things down a little, just for a moment, and talk about something deeper. Something that goes beyond vitamins and calories, beyond food labels or portion sizes. Let's talk about what nourishment really means. Because the truth is, it's not just about what's on your plate. It's about how you feel when you eat. It's about how you speak to yourself during those quiet moments. It's about whether you treat meals as a rush task, or as a chance to show yourself some love. Maybe nobody ever told you this before, but you deserve to feel good. Right now. Not just if you lose a few pounds, or if the doctor gives you a gold star at your next checkup, but now, exactly as you are. And sometimes, that begins with something as simple as choosing a breakfast that fuels you instead of draining you. Or sitting down to eat without a screen, without distraction, just you and your body sharing a quiet moment. There's a kind of peace that comes when we stop chasing perfect, and instead start leaning into presence. When we eat something warm and nourishing, and we let that be enough. When we stop saying, "I shouldn't have eaten that," and instead say, "I'm glad I took care of myself today." Aging can feel like a series of things being taken away: energy, strength, friends, even favorite food sometimes. But you know what doesn't go away? Your ability to choose. Your power to care for yourself. Your voice. Maybe you've had people in your life who made you feel invisible when it came to your health, or who acted like your choices didn't matter anymore. But I want you to hear this clearly: they do. Your health still matters. Your energy, your clarity, your strength, these are worth protecting. Because you still have memories to make, laughter to share, sunsets to watch. And food, when it's chosen well, can help you stay fully present for all of that. Now, I know some days are harder than others. There will be days when you reach for that frozen meal, or when you forget to drink enough water, or when you just don't feel like trying. And that's okay. You're human. Nobody gets it right every day. But imagine this. What if you treated your meals not as chores, but as little love letters to yourself? What if, instead of guilt, you felt gratitude? Gratitude for a strong heart, for a digestive system that still works hard every single day, for taste buds that still let you enjoy the world one bite at a time. We don't talk enough about joy in nutrition. It's always about restriction, what you shouldn't eat. But let's flip that. Let's talk about what you can eat, what your body loves. That juicy orange in the morning that wakes you up. That warm bowl of oatmeal with cinnamon that hugs your insides. That piece of grilled fish with lemon that makes you feel like you're sitting by the sea. These aren't just meals. They're experiences. And the older we get, the more important it is to savor them. To look forward to them. To let them nourish not just the body, but the spirit too. And if you're someone who's been feeling stuck, unsure where to start small. One healthy choice a day. That's it. Swap out one soda for water. Add one vegetable to your dinner. Eat breakfast instead of skipping it. And then watch. Watch how your body begins to thank you. Watch how your energy returns, your digestion improves, your sleep deepens. You don't need a diet plan or a fancy app. You just need to listen to your body, to your needs, and maybe even to this quiet voice inside you that's been saying, I want to feel better. And hey, you're not in this alone. We're in this together. Every person watching this video has their own journey, their own stories. Maybe they've overcome illness, or they're trying to prevent one. Maybe they're taking care of a spouse, or learning to live on their own again. But all of us have one thing in common. We're still here, still growing, still learning how to take care of ourselves in a way that feels good and real. So if this video gave you something to think about, if it nudged your heart just a little, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what resonated with you. Maybe share your favorite healthy comfort food or a tip that's worked for you. Someone else might read it and feel less alone. And if you found this helpful, consider liking the video or subscribing to the channel. That way, you'll get more videos just like this one, gentle reminders that your well-being matters, that it's never too late to begin again, and that food is one of the most loving tools we have. Until next time, be kind to yourself. Eat with intention. Nourish your soul as much as your stomach. And always remember, you're not just aging, you're evolving. Here's to living your most vibrant, joyful, and delicious life, at any age.